Hey, welcome back to the Lily Pad Podcast. It is April 3rd, 2018, and I'm sitting here with the lovely Lucy. Hi, Lucy.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Thanks for coming over.
Thank you for having me over.
Oh, no problem.
It's great.
Now, we pigged out on pizza a little while ago.
Yeah, we did. And mozzarella sticks.
And shrimp cocktail. Yeah, it was good. And we decided to come down here and just, entertain you guys. Well, hopefully we will, anyway. We're nice and, we're in my little April cave, if you want to call it that, but I call it corporate headquarters. It makes it sound all fancy, but we're in my basement.
It's pretty rad, though.
There's
all kinds of cool little lights around and, these
nice little
awesome
lounge.
Photos from her friends and family from Switzerland and right down the street.
Oh,
awesome lamp that looks like a gaslight lamp.
Spencer, she's talking about your picture, by the way.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
I love the snow and the light. It's
She
fantastic.
loves that.
I wouldn't mind buying one, actually, if you could make it.
I'll totally, you know what, let's text him right now.
Awesome.
He should still be awake. I would call him, but I wish I could call him. I don't have that set up yet.
That would be pretty neat.
But we're going to send Spencer a text.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the talk to text because it's so much quicker, and I just, I'm too lazy to type. We're in the middle of doing a show, so...
Oh my God. There's actually this really pretty salt lamp thing.
Oh, the Himalayan salt lamp.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, wait. I got to stop that. I had two microphones going. Hey, Spencer, remember that picture I purchased from you? There's another sale that needs to be made. My friend Lucy loves it. Okay. Anyway.
Awesome.
So, Lucy and I are just chilling and, wanted to just hang out because we haven't hung out in a while. But one of the things that we wanted to discuss tonight is role-playing in the bedroom.
Cool.
Yes. So, role-playing in the bedroom can mean a lot of things and a lot of different things to many people because everybody's fantasies are different or what they like to do.
Right. Or what they don't like to do.
Exactly. And I teased this episode, Lucy. I feel kind of pathetic because I obviously don't have a listener base just yet. However, I had teased the episode saying that we were going to be talking about this. And I wanted people to email me, tell me your stories. Because, I want to read your dirt on the air.
Right.
Of course I do. Hello? I'm not doing this to talk about me all the time. I mean, maybe the majority of it. But, I want you guys in there, too.
Totally.
No one email. Nobody emailed me.
Nobody emailed.
It's because I'm a loser.
No, it's because nobody knows, man.
Nobody knows yet. Nobody knows yet.
Spread
That's all right.
around.
But maybe anybody who hears this episode, you guys can still email me your stories.
Absolutely.
And I can just read them, on the, April After Hours session of this, I mean, technically this could be played at any time, so this episode could be an after hours. I mean, it is almost 9 o'clock.
It's a very after hours.
Very after hours, you guys. But role-playing in the bedroom. So, for me personally, I don't have a lot of experience in the role-playing arena. I know about it. I've always been curious about it, but I'm usually single, so that's the problem. That's my problem.
All right.
So...
But, so you haven't really physically done role play, but is there something that you'd like to do? Something that you imagine or...
I think it's kind of a vanilla idea, but it's only because I wouldn't do it on an everyday basis. It's like when you just meet someone in a... Well, actually, no, that's not true. I mean, it wasn't... Well, let me rephrase that. It's... Yeah, I kind of already done that. Met someone at a bar, and I hope my mother doesn't listen to this episode. But yes, I've had maybe one or two escapades with somebody that I met.
Yeah.
1,000,000 years ago. I obviously don't do that now. I don't even drink much, once a year. But so the single person meeting someone when you're out with your crew and you're having a good time, and you meet a guy or you meet a guy meets a girl, and you kind of just have that chemistry and
Well, the universe
nature takes its course, and then things happen. But I never had any regrets. I was never. Let me put it to you this way: I was never to the point where I didn't know what was happening.
Right.
I was always very aware of what was going on. Always very aware. That's one thing I made sure of.
That's good. You gotta keep
But-
your wits about you.
But I mean, I wouldn't mind doing anything. What about you? Have you done anything, or is it just stuff that you would like to do?
I've never really done anything role play per se. I don't mind being manhandled a little bit.
Yeah.
I'd let you know if
Like a safe word?
no, not a safe word. I'll just come right out and say, all right, that ain't working.
Knock it off. You can stop now.
Yeah, it can't start off that way though for me. Not right now. I mean, where I am in life right now, it's
Yeah.
it's got to be that like alluring, sensual, let me pull you in before I maul you kind of thing.
Yeah. And not necessarily maul you in a bad way.
Right,
Like
totally,
it has to
right.
be wanted.
Right.
I mean, let's make sure people that listen to
You
this you
know.
don't get the wrong idea about what people say. Like you both have to be willing participants.
And
That's what makes it kind of
when you're making out, right?
yeah.
If that's where you want to go with that person.
Oh yeah. Well, I know. I think
And
most.
if you don't feel like it, then
Yeah.
don't let it happen.
Nope.
Just
But I mean, let me ask you this. I know personally, usually within like a very short period of time, whether or not somebody would even get beyond a certain line with me as far as a man's concerned.
right.
Like, how there was I don't know if it was a comedian or if it was on a TV show or movie, but they made a joke about how women know within 5 minutes whether or not they'd ever sleep with a man.
Do you think it's true?
I don't know. I think a lot of it, I think we have a very big opinion of a man within the first 5 minutes of him.
Right,
Doesn't
yeah.
necessarily mean we'd never sleep with them because people grow on you and they change.
Right.
So,
Or you learn about them and
because that makes women really shallow, if that is the case.
right.
I mean, and there are a lot of women that out there that are shallow, and there are a lot of guys that are shallow too.
I
Oh,
wouldn't
Spencer's
say it.
happy, by the way.
Oh,
He said yay.
Spencer, yeah. Woo.
Actually, I'm going to tell him that this, well, yeah, I mean, you guys have to meet him anyway,
Yeah.
and then you guys can, yeah, but she loves it. She loves it a lot.
I really do. I want to get lights like you have around it too because it's pretty.
Yeah, Spencer's a really, really good photographer.
No kidding.
Yeah.
You guys got to see this picture. Woo, it's beautiful. Beautiful.
I'm still texting. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I'm such a bad host. Hi. Thank God we're not live.
So
That's what they
let
call
me
dead
just.
air.
That's
It's
okay.
bad.
You do what you got to do, and I'll elaborate. About the, yeah. So for me, it's not like I'm the dom or the sub. If we want to talk
Like
about
the-
role playing,
Like the equal, yeah.
It's
This thing kind of stuff.
it's a mutual kind of thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Like
You have to have some sort of. I mean, you
it's,
have to.
and there's a flow. Like when it's supposed to happen, there's a natural flow to everything, and,
Right.
and it just feels right. So, so then if it starts to get a little rougher, and some maybe a little tiny nibbling, biting or whatever, you wanna hold my hands above my head, whatever, like manhandled. I don't mind. You just can't hit me or
No, I'm not beating your ass.
yeah, like
Yeah. It's like I said, it's
I
gonna
don't-
be it's
I don't
gonna be
want
an
it
invited
violent,
activity.
but-
No, you have to have the activities that are going to happen have to be welcomed and invited on both sides. Like if there's somebody that's not into it, then if you try to do that, then obviously that's not good.
right.
So, but yeah, I mean, if you're in a situation where you both are kind of like in the moment and you're kind of doing your thing, yeah, why not? I know a lot of people, well, I not personally, but I know that a lot of people like to start some of these role-playing escapades like outside, like, the married couple and pretend they don't know each other at a bar.
Oh yeah.
And they do the whole, I don't know, I can't get past the first date, so I can't even get the first date, so the whole marriage thing is it's all Greek to me.
Yeah, it's all Greek to me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is. But, then you have some people like, I don't know, like the wife will be at home and the pool man will show up and, they have, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm having vanilla ideas. And I'm calling them vanilla because
Safe.
I do love vanilla flavor, yes. But it's like safe. But then you have, kind of like the, not 50 Shades of Grey extent, but it was a movie similar to that, or not to that level anyway. A woman, she was like recently divorced, and she had a couple kids, whatever. And I think she went on a few dates, didn't work out, whatever, and she was online in chat rooms, and something about like the dominatrix or kind of, situation she found, and so she ended up talking to this man, and they ended up, it was like a long distance thing because he was in another state, but he kind of basically, she came out of her shell, but it wasn't in a vulgar way. It wasn't in a demeaning way. And he kind of gave her...
About my life?
Maybe. And, she didn't end up with the guy. It was only supposed to be a temporary thing. In fact, I think her and the husband ended up back together at some point because the husband was kind of a moron. He kind of matured or did whatever he was doing, whatever. And I think they ended, at least them being like kind of like on better terms. So maybe it looked like they were going to reconcile. But it was interesting because she wasn't looking for that type of relationship. She wasn't sure she could handle that type of relationship. But it was something, she knew she was safe. She knew that this wasn't, just some situation she stumbled across on the corner. You know what I mean? Like, it was, but... she did find it on the internet, which is, obviously the safest place to find someone.
I know, that's like totally safe.
It's totally safe. I've done the dating sites. I'm all set.
Yeah, nah. I don't bother.
No.
Well, I was married for 14 years, so, but I still won't bother. I don't need that.
Yeah. Marriage. I don't know. I think a lot of married couples, and like I said, I'm not married, and I don't have this experience firsthand, but I think the fizzle, that spark does have a tendency to go down or sometimes fizzle out, and it's unfortunate because I think of a lot of people, and not even so much role playing, but giving your partner a sensual massage. Mm-hmm. It's really not complicated.
No.
And, the person that you're doing that to is
free.
Normally, yes.
And it's love.
At times. No, I'm just kidding.
So, that's a great thing to do for your partner or your wife, your husband, whatever.
Yeah.
And usually fun things happen when that ensues.
Yeah. You guys out there.
Speaking of role play, though.
Speaking of role play.
The desire or bedroom stuff, the thing that my husband liked, in fact, is what ended up breaking us apart.
Yes, because, it wasn't technically role playing, but, when you invite unorthodox methods into the bedroom, I personally think that you can just have so much fun with that person in your life. You really can. It's been a while since I've had a boyfriend, but, I remember how it was in the beginning and how it was at the end. And in the beginning, it was, you're on your honeymoon.
Yeah, bliss, man.
And by the time it was over, we barely spoke, Yeah. But I hate when that happens because when I realized that had happened to me, I was like, oh no.
Right.
How do you keep that spark? And I think, putting a fantasy together, I can, the woman pretending to meet the man who's on a convention in town, and he's like, this whatever, and he sweeps her off her feet, and wines and dines her, and then takes care of her the whole week, the whole weekend he's in town, and it only happens every 3 or 4 months because he's only in town every 3 or 4 months. So every 3 or 4 months they go on a bender together, But every time he's in town, they do something different. They'll meet up at a ski lodge or something, and they'll do that,
like rendezvous.
Yeah, once or twice a year they meet up. But they're already married,
right?
So it's you could switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Or a lot of it. And some people invite other people into the situation, and sometimes it works out.
Right.
Sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, I think it's amazing, like the scenarios you could put together. I mean, if you have two creative minds, the sky's the limit, dude.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I'm just trying to think. Or like, go camping and pretend that you just stumbled across each other, and you stay in the person's tent.
Damsel in distress.
Yeah, oh, my tent is gone. The bear ripped it to shreds.
My cooler has no food.
My cooler had steaks and chocolate in it, but the bear took it. And that's not a lie. That actually happened to me.
That happened to me too.
Not me personally, but the stupid people next to me.
Yeah, no, it happened to me.
Okay, sorry, you're stupid. No, I'm just kidding.
Totally off topic.
Totally
Hey, bears. Bears in the bedroom.
You're reeling it back. Now, this was actually going a very interesting conversation, too. Let's talk camping and fucking steak. Obviously, I'm single, so if I keep talking about all
You're the one who chose this topic.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Hi, let's talk about something I can't have.
So listen. How about this for an idea, right?
What?
For those of you out there that are listening to this.
Don't put me off.
Why don't you? No, I'm just saying. Why don't you email us, man? Email April because
she's lame. She's pathetic.
Because we should extend this, topic.
Oh yeah,
we're a little more.
We do want the listeners to be emailing because maybe some people will actually be listening to this show.
Yeah,
like you
exactly.
Said. Yeah. I was thinking of that too. I'm like, well,
so help us because I know there's so many different role play. There's not just like sub and dom.
Let's not keep the show completely vanilla. I want it to be. I want it to have some chocolate ice cream in there and strawberry ice cream in there. Maybe some sprinkles. Okay, maybe not the strawberry. Well, could do some chocolate chip cookie dough. See, now I want ice cream.
See, I wouldn't mind eating ice cream off of someone. That'd be nice.
Fun with food is what I used to call that with an ex-boyfriend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, once in a blue moon.
I've never done that. I've never really done.
Did you ever get
anything.
Dutch ovened or whatever?
Isn't that when they fart and pull a damn blanket over your head?
Oh yes,
that's terrible. No,
yeah,
I don't let that happen to me.
Someone did that to me.
No, I don't.
My ex-boyfriend, and I looked at him. I said, "You know what? It's so odd. One of these days," I looked at him. I said, "I'm going to have broccoli and salad and mac and cheese and fucking fish and onions." I said, "I'm going to make sure I let the gas build up." I said, "I'm so going to get you." I did. I did get him once.
That's great.
It wasn't my better moments. It wasn't the most, well, I was kind of proud of myself because I got him back, but it's, I'm like, hey, you started it. I'm sorry.
Right.
It's not something that I would prefer doing to a person because I don't need to smell air that was just up your ass.
Ass? People like to eat ass nowadays.
Ugh. Oh, please, let's not even go there.
You talk about role playing and shit, man.
I know, but that's not role playing. That's eating someone's ass, and that's gross. That is some nasty
email.
I really want. Yeah, send us.
We want more info.
Oh, you know what would be
stuff.
funny? Oh, no one's gonna be hearing because we're not doing it live. I was gonna someone check my email now.
Right?
Stupid. You haven't posted it yet. I'm bad. But I do want some of those cookies. We should have brought them down. And I don't want to... I can't stop this right now. We're in the middle of it.
Oh, it's great, too. It's going good. I don't want to stop. It's all right.
Yeah.
We'll still be up there in a little bit.
I hope so. Like, after we stop, after we'll stop, we'll go up and grab the bag and demolish it.
Yeah.
I'll leave her one cookie.
We'll put some shrimp on it.
Oh.
Just kidding.
Nasty.
Ew, so gross.
And then drizzle it with cocktail sauce.
And then balance it on top of someone's nipple and eat it off.
That's disgusting. I can't even hear that combination of food.
I wouldn't even.
It's so gross.
What the hell?
Totally
derailed.
Really derailed. This whole role-playing episode that was going to be all hot and heavy. No.
Yeah.
It will be, though. We'll be going back to this. Maybe I'll go become a whore and get some stories to tell you guys.
And I'll get some experience with my man friend, maybe.
I'm not going to be a whore, though.
I do like being kind of tied up.
That's a good thing to advertise on the internet. I wonder if he's going to listen to this because now he knows. How was it in the Harry party?
I already told him.
Oh, all right.
It's kind of lame. Carry on about what?
Nothing? No, you can keep going. You seem to be doing so well. I hope someone's taking notes.
Oh, I tell him all the time things I want to do. And he's just, I don't know, he's just lame right now.
Oh, great. Now he's going to listen to this and he's going to hear you calling him lame.
Oh, he knows. I told him. It's all right.
You don't keep anything from him. That's kind of cool.
No. We talk about all kinds of stuff.
No secrets?
No.
No secrets.
No secrets.
That's cool.
Even, like, yeah, none. We grew
You
up
never talk bad about him.
No. There's nothing bad to talk about.
No. That's cool, though. And what's nice is that you guys are friends, too. You know. My ex-boyfriend and I were friends for years before we kind of... And it was kind of cool because you're already with somebody that you knew, somebody that you trusted.
Yeah.
You know, so it was like, you know, when you were done doing the, you know, stuff, you're already, you know, some people tell them, I'm going to go hang out with my friends. Well, you're already with your friend.
Right.
So you're already hanging out. So that's kind of cool.
And, like, sometimes, you know, like at very first, it was like ha, 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 I love you, ha, ha, ha. And then it grew eventually into...
I love you.
I love you.
Oh, I love you. Did you guys hear that? I barely did, but...
I love you.
You said the L word.
I did.
Yeah. That's all right. We'll let it slide.
Well, you know, you gotta have trust and, you know, faith in the person that you sharing a bed with and all the kinky things you do.
Oh, that's nice.
You gotta have a trust there.
Yeah, you do. You totally do. There's like really no question with that. Ooh. Oh, so if you ever hear a funky thump in the background, that's usually me bumping something with my knee, and or hitting the microphone. I'm always doing that, dude. Always doing that. But yeah. So we didn't really, like I said, get into much of the role playing, but we keep going back to food. So let's talk about food.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Well, we just had Easter. I know I mentioned my Easter dinner in one of the previous little mini episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I cook like a crazy person. What'd you have?
We had ham.
Nice.
Ham and yams.
Ham and yams?
No, I said it. That's fine. That's how I say it.
No, it's just like...
so monotone and straight face, like ham.
Yeah, you guys should see her face. She just looked at me. She was like, ham. Yeah, yams. Ham and yams. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It does sound delicious because I do like yams.
So, like,
sweet potatoes.
For a long ass time, like my mom would use canned yams.
Ew.
Yeah, and like
just buy the sweet potato. I actually have one upstairs.
Yeah, that's what I do. I'm like, why are we eating this shit?
And what do you do with them?
Well, I peel them and cut them up, which is a real bitch to do because they're extremely hard. And then I put them in a pan with some butter and maybe a little bit of water and cover it.
Yep.
And steam them. And then after they start to soften, I put brown sugar and more butter in there and
then
simmer them, let them get candied. And I put cinnamon on it.
Yeah.
And some salt.
See, now I don't usually put water in it.
Just a tad because I want them. Steam.
I don't. Yeah, I'll just I don't, and I don't usually. I did cover them, and then when they were really cooked, I took the top off so that they had like the, But they're so good.
Yeah,
they really are good. We just went literally from vanilla to more vanilla to like sugar-free vanilla. Yeah. Even though now I want a sweet potato with brown sugar.
It's really good.
Yeah,
I could eat that for days.
Oh my god. Yep, and we're starting to run into some dead air.
Yeah.
Well,
sorry, man.
No, it's all right. 'Cause this is, it's kind of hard to really gauge a show unless you really have, more of a plan, and I don't have much of a plan right now. I'm just kind of winging it, really.
It's fun though, still.
But yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to, get in the swing of things. But I'm maybe somebody will write about a role-playing scenario that either they experienced or want to experience. And if they haven't experienced it, I'm going to tell them to go do it. And then they're going to have to write back to me, tell me how it was. And I will read it on the air, you guys, so be mindful of that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
it'd be anonymous. I don't have to tell anybody who you are.
No, but I mean, I wouldn't mind, like, Bob from Colorado.
That's true too, because nobody's still going to know who you are.
I just want to know, I'm more concerned with where you're from.
Yeah.
I want to see where I'm reaching.
Yeah, that'd be awesome to see.
Anonymous from Colorado is totally fine.
Is.
Unless you want me to say your first name, it's totally fine, but I can still say anonymous, so... and even if it is in the email, obviously, if they sign it anonymous, that's how I'll address them.
Mm-hmm.
But, so I think...
Whatever you're comfortable with, people.
Exactly. So I think we're going to wrap it up in a minute or so. But yeah, this was a good time. It was definitely a lot of fun. And I think we should do this again soon.
Yeah.
Probably in a few weeks.
Maybe. I don't know if I can do stairs, though, in a few weeks.
Well, maybe when you feel better.
Yeah.
But anyway, thanks for coming by.
Thank you for having me. And if you don't hear from me for a while, I'm sorry. Have a good time with your show.
Yeah. Oh, I will, and I'll make sure that you know that we're going to be doing more. And thanks, you guys. Over and out.
But his fate is uncertain as the king's men finally track him down in a small village on the western side of the kingdom. What will become of his fate?